calling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to float this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big hook up there. Flacco to the speedster Brown. 41 yards. The first carry now for Alex Collins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, Flacco to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flacco from the gun. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Hey, Roger, 5-4. I'm right. Hey, Monday.
Flacco will use the arm this time. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because When he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Flacco. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Flacco now on fourth. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Max Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Hey, check 26. 18.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. On 1st down, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19. Zoom. Jumbo.
Rodgers again now. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down.
319! 319! Zone. 319!
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, as we look back to the final week of the preseason and the roster cuts, that final day of roster cuts, a lot of noise was made. The biggest noise, though, Khalil Mack moving to the Windy City.
That's one that, let's look at it from Chicago's perspective. A young team growing, building on both offense and defense, and it's a city that loves defense. They love their linebackers. Khalil Mack being added to that group, that's just a win-win for them. Now you flip it over to Oakland. I never thought they'd let Khalil Mack go. I thought they'd figure out a way to get it done, but somehow, during the contract negotiations, everything broke down, and they decided to save that money, and they'll put it elsewhere in their roster.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going deep for Brown. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flacco. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rolling the dice on 4th, Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Flacco now. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First and 10 here for Flacco. And it's caught by Crabtree. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Collins gets around him and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Flacco to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. To pass, Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Crabtree the target on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Passing play, Flacco. Allen here on the screen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Once more, it's Flacco. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Green Bay coming back out here on offense. They finished the preseason 2-2, now heading into the regular season. And look, the excitement is back in Green Bay. You can feel it, and it's because number 12 returns under center.
And when he's there and plays 16 games, the Packers are in the playoffs. You can pretty much put it in ink, right? Last year when he got hurt, I believe they were 4-1. And things, of course, went down the tubes for them from that point on. But a lot of change in the offseason led by head coach Mike McCarthy. New staff on the defensive side of the ball. Some changes on the offensive side of the ball. But the biggest thing is what you've already noted. Number 12, Aaron Rodgers is back and healthy. And
look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, 48 yards. And the Packers are back within a score.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Hey, 50. Switch. No.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Well, partner, let's prognosticate about Baltimore's upcoming season. They'll host Buffalo in Week 1. What do you think of Joe Flacco and the Ravens this year?
Well, I think that Joe Flacco had a tremendous offseason. Of course, that was precipitated by the drafting of Lamar Jackson out of Louisville. Gave him extra motivation. But for them to get back to the playoffs, remember, they've missed 4 out of the last 5 years. They've got to get back to truly playing Baltimore Ravens football. That's being physical on offense. Alex Collins running the ball. Orlando Brown now at right tackle, moving people. And then on defense, attacking the quarterback with Terrell Suggs. And Eric Weddle and his beard patrolling center.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Crabtree, the intended receiver.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
Hey, check 26. 319. Jumbo.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Guys, man, complete over the middle. That's Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. His throw caught about the 5. And he's brought down. Well, with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
319. Action on.
They'll run it with Williams. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get the timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Interesting. A chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They come out here in the eye.
Over. 319 Tanana. 58 Tanana. 319 Tanana.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Crosby puts it through. And they jump out in front here. It's 11-10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Flacco here on second down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Collins. There he goes inside the 30. There goes Alex Collins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 42 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, Flacco. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now Rodgers. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down. Rodgers again now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And again, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And now here come the Ravens. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw to the right side and complete to Hurst. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for...
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting for me. I ain't even took the dollar out my pocket and the still shaking for me. And I'm frosted like Tony in the club with the owner. I can walk on water, pop it like, hey, when you on top. Gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do. I don't know how to lose. I think the Rari go faster with when you on top. Gon' hate on you, that what they supposed to do.